Dark Wind Season 3 is well underway, and Episode 5 has just added even more depth to Joe's arc this season. Dark Winds is based on the Leaphorn and Chi book series and centers on 3 Navajo tribal police officers, Joe Leaphorn, Jim Chi, and Bernadette Manuelito. As the series progresses, the characters deal both with aspects of traditional tribal life and with crimes that crisscross between Navajo land and federal jurisdiction. Like the previous 2 seasons, Dark Wind Season 3 has received phenomenal reviews. Many aspects make Dark Winds a great series, but one element that cannot be overlooked is how complex the characters are in the choices they make and their understanding of their pasts. This is certainly true for Joe, as he is both concerned with upholding the law and desirous of his form of justice, which became clear in Dark Wind Season 2's ending when he left BJ Vines to die. This action has led to him feeling haunted throughout Season 3 and straying from the Pollen path. The Pollen path in Navajo culture explained. The Pollen path emphasizes living a life of balance. Joe Leaphorn's trajectory in Dark Wind Season 3 is fundamentally intertwined with Navajo understandings of the Pollen path, which relates to living a life of balance and beauty. According to Navajo traditional teachings, the yellow corn pollen path and the rituals associated with it are related to finding joy, happiness, confidence, and peace in all directions of one's life. The purpose of this path is not to assume that life will become easy or perfect. Instead, it is more important to understand the beauty in all things, particularly within Dark Winds. The Pollen path, as it relates to Joe, is about his ability to make peace with his past and leave his anger and the things that are haunting him behind. The Pollen path is intricately tied to being human and finding harmony with other living things. The path may not necessarily be straightforward, but it is the journey that each individual is meant to go on throughout their life. However, in the case of Dark Winds, Margaret notes that Joe may no longer be on the path. Joe's interaction with Margaret Cigaret confirms that he's strayed from the Pollen path. Joe fears that he had messed up too much to come back. Vines and Seaborn talking in a study in Dark Winds. In Dark Winds Season 3, Episode 5, Margaret Cigaret speaks with Joe after performing a cleansing at the police station, and he tells her of the troubles he has been facing. There have been a lot of problems eating at Joe this season, particularly his actions towards Vines and the appearance of the Yietza. After learning of these things, Margaret Cigaret notes that he has strayed from the Pollen path and is being haunted by his past as a result. Once he hears this out loud, it becomes all too clear that Joe's work has taken him to some very dark places, as have his personal decisions. Because these things are often intertwined, it has been very hard for Joe to see situations objectively or for him to heal from his son's death. The only way that Joe will be able to find the balance and beauty in his life and return to the Pollen path is if he is truly able to move on and see the good in life. Margaret's assessment of his state in Dark Wind simply serves as a reminder of what Joe already knows deep down.